Good morning. We are at it again. We're going roaming early this morning. We are in America's historic triangle of Williamsburg, Jamestown, and Yorktown. Going to go take a look through the founding of America and the early old colonial period. Today we're going to Yorktown, part of the Colonial National Memorial or National Monument, whatever they call it these days. Part of the Colonial Parkway is closed, so we're going to loop around. We're going to go down to Yorktown's National Battlefield and explore there today. So come along. Let's see what we find. So readout number 9, 10 is over here, and this is their entrenchment here where they had, of course, these would have been wood 300 years ago, 250, 300 years ago when they were built. Of course, they've all since decayed, but now they are concrete around rebar. Still a pretty cool example. So right here behind me on redoubt number 10 here at Yorktown National Battlefield was the site where Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Hamilton, yeah, I'm gonna leave that to professionals, unloaded muskets and fixed bayonets. They scaled this, took it over by force. Remember, they had unloaded muskets, captured this, thus ending the siege at Yorktown. The last fighting of George Washington occurred here. Alright, so this is the Moore House. Now the Moore House was the site of surrender, or where the Articles of Capitulation were drawn up and presented for the surrender of the British forces. Now there was this 24-hour ceasefire to appoint 2 from each side to come in and put all this together, and it took them roughly 8 days. Now this house was heavily damaged during the American Civil War by cannon fire, and also by troops were taking wood from the house using it as campfire. Then it sat in a dilapidated state for years and years. Park Service took it over, and it has now been restored to its original state as a monument of the American Revolution, America becoming America, right here, Yorktown National Battlefield.
Along the river from Yorktown, moving between the files of the victors, the American army on the right and the French army on the left.
So the field here behind me is the surrender field. This is where the British laid down their arms. They raised the white flag. Some threw down their muskets, some laid down their muskets regiment by regiment and turned away. This was the end of the American Revolution. Alright, so we have finished the visitor center, we have finished the auto tour around Yorktown Battlefield. Now we are in the historic downtown area of Yorktown. We're going to start off here on the waterfront and go out here and check out the Victory Monument.